Oh man, this is crazy. Listen to what this young man has to say.
Bro, rap is like one of the only entertainment medias that's still stuck in the past. It's not evolving. Why is the biggest rapper of all alive still Drake? Why can these old head rappers come back, drop some music, and still do numbers? Why the fuck did the new generation not take over yet? We had 90s, we had Biggie and Tupac, and then we had 2000s, where we had Lil Wayne and Jay-Z. Then we had the 2010s, Drake, Future. Who do we got in the 2020s? Drake, Future, Kanye. Nobody has taken over. And it's one simple reason. Because the prospects, I'm talking about this in NBA terms, because you can talk about everything in basketball. The prospects that were supposed to be on the rise died early. They're supposed to be taking over the rap game, over the old heads, like the LeBrons, the Drakes, the Kanyes, the Currys, the KDs, like Kendrick Lamar, the J. Coles, like James Harden. The prospects that was on the rise that should take over them died. The King Vons died. The Juice WRLDs died. The X's died. The Pop Smoke died. Now we have no elite prospects. This is the first time in human history the rap game has been open. Any nigga that's talented enough and that's hardworking enough, you don't even gotta be good, but you can make noise because it's so open right now. We have no hot prospects on the rise. They hyping up trash niggas like Sexy Red and Glorilla and fucking Baby Chief do it. These niggas are trash.
All right, so here's my 2 cents on this. I think we have prospects. I think there's a lot of prospects that we have right now to this day that is alive. But there are a lot of prospects that did end sadly very shortly. Like some prospects did die. However, this is what I will say. The prospects that we do have, it's hard for them really to become on the status of what they could potentially be because of the type of society we live in right now, which is a microwave society. Everything has to be done fast, quick, right now. Do a song, got to post it, upload it, got to put it out. Everything's got to be done quickly, just like microwavable food. And we can really compare this to cooking right now. Because say, for instance, you take a TV dinner. Let's say, for instance, you want chicken, you want mashed potatoes, you want corn, and you want a piece of bread or something like that, and some greens or something like that. And you buy it in that microwavable dish, and you put it in that microwave, and you press 4 minutes, and it comes out, and you eat it, and that stuff does not taste like a real home-cooked meal. That's the way we got to look at this, because a lot of these artists are microwave artists. They come in, they try to do everything quickly, and their careers die out very quickly. Because it's just like how I was saying before, you have to be somebody who knows how to cook. And I mean that in the literal sense, and I mean that in the sense of music, okay? Especially in the rap game right now. Because there's not many people nowadays that actually knows how to cook. There's not people who know how to sit here and barbecue, know how to bake the food, know how to season the food, know how to simmer the food, knows how to boil the food, knows how to roast the food, knows what to add, knows how to, prepare the food. And then let alone knows exactly when the food is done, when it's time to serve the food. Because when you eat really good cooked food, you remember that. You remember that person who cooked that food. You can forget everything else in your life. You forget your keys. Sometimes you forget your kids' names sometimes. But you'll remember who cooked Thanksgiving dinner when it was good. And it's the same way with music. When you have people that do not know how to cook, they don't know how to serve the right food to people. Because we live in a society where everything has to be microwaved, it has to be done so fast, and nobody cares about the quality of things right now. That's the issue. That's why you get a lot of these artists that are not really superstars, and all of the older rappers, I'll say older because a lot of these guys are 35 and up, they are still cooking. They know how to cook. That hence the term cook up with producers, because you're cooking up. You're preparing this meal for people to taste. And a lot of artists right now do not know how to get in that studio, and they do not know how to cook a good meal for the audience to consume. That's the major issue. Artists are going to come and go. You know what I'm saying? They're going to come and go. However, legends last forever. And right now, I can honestly say, from who I see, I don't really see a lot of these kids really becoming legends right now, because I think a lot of them are in this game for the wrong reasons. Some people are in this game to just eat really fast. And then some people are in this game to continue to keep cooking and providing and serving people. And I think that's where a lot of things is messed up about the rap music industry. Is that people don't want to serve people. They don't want to cater to people anymore. They just want to cook up something quick and serve it to you so you can eat it up real fast, and then you will cook up something else again and serve it to you, eat it fast. There's nobody really out here cooking up. Now, I've been watching Turbo's post on YouTube with the stuff he was doing with Gunna, and that's a process. They're out of the country, renting houses, cooking up, trying to get in a good headspace, trying to get the album to where it needs to be. Even though it was the last album for Gunna on YSL, he still went and took his time and tried to put together, I guess, the best amount of music, and people are messing with it. People like it. They may say the beats sound the same and everything, but he could have just went into the studio and dropped 12 songs and turned it in and said, okay, I'm cool, I'm done. But he still went out and still tried to make a good body of work for people to like. And that's why people are liking the album. Even though some people are talking about it, the majority of the people actually like Gunna's album because of how he put it together. They cooked up on that album. They came with ideas. They like I said before, they went out the country. They rented houses just to free their mind from things that's going on to try to give the best product. And that's what I think is failing right now. That's why these older rappers like the Clips. That's why these older rappers like Jay-Z, Drake, Lil Wayne, all these people can still come back right now and still sell very good. Like Nas. Nas can drop right now and outsell a lot of people right now. Redman came out with an album that sounds great. Busta Rhymes came out with an album that sounds great, because these guys understand that you cannot just throw something out there and then just see if people are going to like it. You have to cook up these albums. You have to cook up these singles for people to be able to eat this and remember what they ate. With music, people don't even remember certain songs. Right now, you can have an artist that puts out an album, and in 3 weeks, the album is gone. Nobody remembers the album. They don't even talk about the album too much anymore. That's what's going on with a lot of these newer artists. Because right now, they have pressures from all type of social media. They have pressures from the labels. They have pressures, just from life in general, because a lot of these kids don't think they're going to live to see 30 or 35 years old. So a lot of them are just putting out stuff, just saying, hey, I'm going to try to do as much as I can because I don't know how many days I got on earth, which is a sad thing. But that's what's going on. That's what's going on. And they can't leave this life to enjoy a good life because they're always 1 foot in and 1 foot out. And it's crazy. If they actually would put their all into the craft, take their time with it and not be rushed by people who really don't know anything about music, because nobody knows nothing. Nobody knows a guaranteed 1,000% hit record. Some people might have called it and got lucky and was like, oh, yeah, that's a hit record. And it happened. It's like, oh, yeah, I know everything about hit records. But what about all the duds that they had before that? Nobody knows what's going to go on. They just know certain patterns that people, certain patterns in music that you can kind of research, and you can kind of say, okay, this might happen because we've seen this happen a few times before. That's pretty much it. But nobody has an exact model of, where the storm is coming. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can tell where the hurricane is coming. They can just have certain models and say, this is what it is. And it's the same way with music. Nobody knows what is going to happen. That's why labels sign up so many artists, because all they need is 5% of their artists to really do good, and that keeps the doors open in the building. So why not sign a whole bunch of these small artists, get a few songs that might be a little viral sensation, get it right, and let these guys go. You're good. Okay, thank you for your services. All right, appreciate you. We gave you some backing for your main single. We put out another single just to make you happy. All right, peace out. We good. You don't even owe us nothing. Just go. But that's how things are right now. So I know there's a lot of these young kids that did die off early, which that's not a good thing. It's very tragic. But I do want to say is right now, for all the artists that are watching this right now, if you really want to make a difference and you really want to be great, don't let anybody rush you into doing anything. Take your time and try to perfect your craft as much as you can, because the greats have done that. You see all these documentaries with people in the studio and they're having candid conversations about the album because they're really concerned about the album. They're concerned about the single. Like, people don't even really care about albums anymore because of how the society is, this microwave society. But these people really put a thought process into the album and said, okay, we're going to put this song here for this reason. We're going to do this. We want this type of production. We're going to get this type of producer. They actually really produce the album in a way that makes it something really special. And right now, that's what I think rap is lacking. They're lacking people who really want to cook up the best product and serve it to the people. That's why I think rap is lacking. And until we get artists, mainstream artists, there's a lot of underground artists who do a lot of good work, but they're just not resonating with people past their core audience. But the next superstar, the next really big superstar, is going to have to do something that is miraculous, that is going to cater to everybody. And I don't know if it's going to happen anytime soon. We're going to find out. But right now, these old guys are winning because they care about what they're cooking up.